Welcome to the first edition of the Executive Director Spotlight. My name is Tom Belshe. I'm the Executive Director of the League of Arizona Cities and Towns. These spotlights are intended to highlight issues and projects and programs of elected officials, staff, and other leaders of the state that work with cities and towns. Since we're here, this beautiful ballpark in March, we thought one of the best things to start with is a proud Arizona tradition, that of the Cactus League. The Cactus League began in 1947 and has grown exponentially till today. It brings in an annual income for the entire state of $644 million. The Valley is home to 10 baseball facilities, hosting 15 professional teams. And with that concentration that exists here, we have the highest concentration of professional baseball facilities in the United States. We're grateful today to have Bridget Binsbacher with us. She is not only the Executive Director of the Cactus League, but also a council member for the City of Peoria. Among her accolades has been a recognition of being one of the top 5 women in business, as well as Arizona Business Magazine's 2019 Most Influential Women in Business. Councilmember, it's great to be here with you today. Thank you for joining us. I guess my first question is, we're here today, it's a beautiful day at the ballpark. There seems to be lots of enjoyment going on by the fans. How has the year gone so far? Has the first week of Cactus League been? And what did you have to do to be able to have the fans enjoy this safely in the ballpark?
Thank you so much for having me, Tom. I'm so happy to be here. And I guess my question to you would be, how does it feel? It feels amazing, doesn't it? It feels amazing to have fans in the stands and to have spring training in Arizona. We looked at this as, you know, in spite of everything that the last year has brought us, our focus is what can we do? How can we do this? We knew that we would be stronger working together. And you mentioned that there are 8 municipalities. We have 10 facilities, 8 municipalities, and the tribal community, the Salt River Pima Indian community. And all of those government, local entities working together to put our heads together to come up with a plan to safely welcome fans into the stands. And we had the benefit of being able to talk to some of the other professional sports that had already had events and already, you know, tried to bring fans back into their facilities. And so we were able to talk to one another and look at what the obstacles were, what worked, and put our heads together with our facility operators, with our teams. We worked with Major League Baseball, we worked with Arizona health officials, county health officials, and of course all of our city and tribal leaders. And that's what you see here today. And so we did that together, and we have, you know, came up with the concept of pod seating, which again, very common now in professional sports across the board, to be able to bring people in small groups and have them sit together in their small groups 6 feet apart from other groups, so they can maintain that physical distancing, stay together. They have to wear masks unless they're actively eating or drinking, and there's different signage. The feel is a little bit different. Actually, it's significantly different than you might see under normal circumstances. But again, our focus was, how can we safely make this work? And together we were able to come up with a plan that allowed us to safely welcome fans back into the facilities. And that was our #1 goal, was public health and safety, and creating an environment that would allow for a safe and successful experience for everyone involved.
That's terrific, because we know how important this is to the economy of the area. Talk a little bit about what last year was like with the partial year and what your expectations are for this year.
Okay, so again, this is a great story to tell when you talk about the economic impact of the Arizona Cactus League. It really is. We, you know, do an economic impact study every other year. And our last study in 2018, that was the last one that we did, that was basically what you would consider normal circumstances for spring training. And that's where we were able to survey all of our fans, and we get thousands of surveys, by the way, so it's quite a reach. And we found in 2018 that our total impact was $644 million, which is a significant impact. I mean, we're considered one of the mega events in Arizona, second only to the Super Bowl. The big difference between the Cactus League and the Super Bowl is that the Cactus League is here year after year after year. And we know from that survey that we bring, 6 out of 10 fans come from some other part of the country, in some cases some other part of the world. And their team might actually bring them to Arizona, but while they're here, most of them are going to other places in Arizona. So it has a huge impact on tourism. And when you look at the brand for Arizona, we're just a big brand for tourism, without a doubt. It's people want to come here and see our beautiful desert and outdoor activities and trails and lakes and all of it. So much to see. What drives tourism? Spring training drives tourism. It's a significant impact on the state's economy, and it affects our local restaurants, hotels, all of the different outdoor activities and tourist activities that there are to do all throughout the state. We found that it's mostly the folks maybe 55 and over that will go to different parts of the state. So they have the time, the freedom, and the income to be able to support that. But families are coming, people from all walks of life. It's really incredible. 2020, we were in the midst of doing our last economic impact study. And of course, the season came to a screeching halt. It was a surprise to everyone. We still finished that study, and we felt like it was really important for us to continue to tell that story because we wanted to know what that really meant to the state's economy and to tourism. And of course, I can't stress enough, at the forefront of everything we decided for 2021 was public health and safety. But no doubt those numbers are real. They really are. Our results for 2020 were a $363 million impact. So the cost for a partial season was nearly $300 million total impact. Tax revenue went down. Total jobs generated just as a result of spring training in a normal year, in a normal season, over 6,000. In a partial season, we were at just over 3,000. So it's significant.
It sounds like it, and it's said that a rising tide raises all boats, and so from the examples you're giving me, it really does help the entire state. Do you have any specific examples of that? Of how it helps the entire state?
Oh gosh, yeah. So from our survey, like I was saying, nearly 2 million people, between 1.7, 1.9 million people come to Arizona for spring training. That's how many people come through the gates. And we know that 6 to 7 out of 10 of those are coming from somewhere else in the country or the world. They stay an average of 3 nights. The majority of them stay an average of 3 nights, spend between $350 and $400 a day. And that's seeing all of the different attractions throughout Arizona. So it's very significant. And to your point, we have 10 facilities in 8 different municipalities, 7 different municipalities actually, and then the tribal community. But people are experiencing other parts of Arizona and visiting other cities. And as you know, so many of our cities from south to north have such a rich history and culture and so much to offer that, people want to experience that while they're here. And where else can you get this type of climate and weather? It's amazing.
Well, it was a wonderful opportunity to start off our spotlight with such a great program, and we appreciate your time today and your sharing with us the success of the Cactus League, and we wish you all the success in the 2021 season, and we're looking forward to hearing about the impact that you're able to bring this year. And thank you again for the opportunity to speak with you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Center field.